watchers. And of course, if you happen to be here for the very first time, welcome. Before I go any further, my name is Rahul George, India's premier iHypnosis life healer coach and your personal guide. And of course, for those of you who are our regular viewers, listeners, and watchers of this pod, the iHypnosis life coaching journeys, I definitely have a special treat for you. As you know, we've been looking the length and the breadth of the country for people who are on this journey of healing and coaching, and they may be at the starting point of their journey as a healer and a coach, or maybe they've been doing this for a while. Either ways, our intention is, of course, to bring you stories of people who are doing some truly amazing work, people who are driven by passion, people who are driven by purpose. And so, um, with this, of course, let me ask you who's watching this to put your hands together as we all welcome in Puttaswamy, or as he likes to be called, Puttu. So, of course, Puttu, this is your cue. You can go ahead and turn on your camera. And good to have you here. Welcome aboard.
Hello, good afternoon, all of you. This is your friendly Puttaswamy, an emotion transformation and a manifestation coach.
Excellent.
Having served the country
Mhm.
for about 15 years
Mm,
in the prestigious Indian Air Force, I came out of Air Force
mm,
and the journey started.
mm,
Upheaval, no roller coaster, went here, there, bit of success, lot of failures. In the journey, I learned life is to fight, achieve something, and help
mm.
others to serve the purpose of your life.
Right.
So, in the meaning, I learned what you get from the Almighty or from the universe, nothing you are getting free of cost.
Mm,
Whatever you have done earlier, the universe returns to you manifold.
right.
So, coming from defense background, I want to do something to the society. So, I am here.
Mm, got it. Beautiful. So thank you for setting this up for us. Of course, we will go deeper into your story, and people will get an opportunity to learn more about how you came to be doing the things that you're doing today. And you mentioned, of course, you talked about being a manifestation coach. So maybe we'll go back in time, and you briefly, of course, touched upon it about the kind of experiences that you had, which led you to what you're doing today. But maybe this is an opportunity for us to travel with you into the past. And, would you love to take us through your journey of what were you doing way, way, way before you got to this point where you're doing the things that you're doing today? So it could be, as you said,
Sure.
when you got into the forces, or it could be even before. Just take us back in time. Like, what is your story?
Of course. With pleasure. In fact, thank you so much for first of all inviting me on this platform.
Yes.
Journey started somewhere in 1990.
Mhm.
Having served in the Indian Air Force, I just came out as a new child coming to the society because the
Mm,
life what we lead in defense and the life outside defense is totally different.
mm,
After coming out, there was no direction. I could have taken up any government job. There was
mm,
opportunity, but normally you are influenced by your friends during that age. You don't listen to anybody except your friends.
mm,
My friends put me into business where I was totally raw. I didn't know anything
mm,
about business.
mm,
I tried my hand in multiple businesses,
mm,
beaten many times, lost everything, started from scratch,
mm,
and time and again. So the habit is now to always try something new.
mm.
When you keep on doing something new, you live, you'll be young at heart because you're always on
Right.
lookout for something, a new opportunity. So that's how I could get into coaching as well.
Mm,
So I tried my hand in many uh, fields. Started from pharmaceuticals, then I started a mineral water industry, then went for construction. End of the day, you'll be laughing at me with all this experience.
mm,
I fell my face down,
mm,
absolutely nil balance.
mm.
And you don't believe, I went and joined a call center
Wow.
with all this experience. With all this
Mm,
experience, totally it was blank. I didn't know what to
mm,
do.
mm,
People let me down, people cheated me, partnership did not work, business did not work. So, bottom line in life is money.
mm,
If you got no money, you got no respect.
mm,
If you got money, you get a lot of godfathers to help you to grow. But if you don't
mm,
have money, sorry, friends, you are nowhere.
mm,
But that never die spirit. So that kept me going.
mm,
Even now, I am 67, but
mm.
I got the physique and the thinking of a 30 years old.
Right.
I don't, I
Right.
don't mind traveling any length and breadth of the country or the world. That is
Mm,
my spirit. And here I am, who having failed, I said I restarted my life from a call center.
mm,
The funny thing is, when I went for the interview in the call center, the manager said, "Look, Patu, your boss will be half your age. Will that be okay for you?"
mm,
I told them, "Look, I come here to earn my bread.
mm.
Who is on the other side of the wall is none of my concern.
Right.
My motto will be to deliver for what
Mm,
you are hiring me."
mm,
So I did work in the call center for almost about 15 months. Totally, I was like an horse, blindfolded.
mm,
I didn't
mm,
know what I'm doing. After 15 months rigmarole, just took leave for about 15 days. Then I went back home to my wife and my children.
mm,
There I realized, what the hell I am doing? Where am I? And all that my old memories cropped up. I got back to business again, started from trickle,
mm.
and by God's grace, my fourth reincarnation did not let me
Wow.
down. So I could come back and get whatever success I had. I could again
Mm,
rebuild on that. And fortunately, my wife stood by me, and my kids were good. They never troubled me. And
mm,
today, here, my both the kids they are settled, and
mm,
I am on my own with a big mission of serving the society,
mm,
golfing, and
mm.
traveling.
Nice.
I'd like to be a globetrotter,
Mm,
and whatever way possible, I would like to give back to the society. As I said
mm,
earlier, whatever you give,
mm.
you get back manifold.
True.
That is not a hearsay. That is not a blind faith. This is research very well in quantum physics.
Mm, mm.
Whatever you do, it could be good or bad, you get back minimum sevenfold.
Wow.
So that should be a caution for the people, those who want a momentary benefit, momentary happiness.
Mm,
No, that should not happen.
mm,
We should always think long term.
mm,
What I tell my students, those who are elderly, I tell them,
mm,
live life happily and live life happily. Haste haste kat jaye raste.
mm.
Because when you are leaving this world, you
Correct.
should not die with regret.
Right.
You should die with a smile on your face.
Mm, true.
That's what I hope for. That's what I believe in.
Mm,
That's what I am living my life.
mm,
So wherever possible, I got a platform wherein I guide the elders to live their second innings happily
mm.
without having any complaints about their
Wow.
life, about their kith and kin.
Mm,
You should have that attitude of gratitude.
mm,
If you can have that gratitude, God will flood you with bonuses.
mm. Right.
Whatever you ask for, that's where the manifestation
Mm,
works.
mm,
God is, so I'll tell you one funny thing. God is
mm,
also like a human being.
mm,
A small narrative, for example, a friend of you is helping you whenever you are in distress, he is helping you.
mm,
But One time he's not able to help you, you start complaining. This guy is selfish. He
mm,
doesn't care for relations and all.
mm,
God also same way. From your childhood, when you started going to your school, you could get a chapel, you could get a bag, you could get a slate.
mm,
From there, from that time onwards, God is giving you, but we don't have
mm,
gratitude. So
mm,
God is also like us, no, he'll be loitering here and there. He'll be watching you. In case you're happy, you say, hey, I'm comfortable, man. I'm thankful to God. He's given me everything.
mm,
Even that guy feels happy and he'll give more.
mm,
Say, this guy is deserving. I given him so much and he's so happy. If I give him more, he'll
mm,
be more happy. So if at all you complain to him, no, he doesn't like it.
mm,
I've given you so much and you don't have an iota of gratitude. No, no,
mm,
you don't deserve it. And you'll try to take back whatever he has given to you. A simple formula.
mm,
Whatever you get, be thankful to God. It
mm,
could be a very trivial issue. Celebrate it. One
mm,
word, thank you, God. Lose nothing. It could be
mm,
a friend, it could be a relative, it could be a colleague. Whenever you get some help,
mm,
be thankful.
mm,
Normally, when I travel abroad, I just see these foreigners for any small issue, they openly say thank you. But here in our country, we are hesitant to say that.
mm,
So, if you can cultivate the habit of gratitude,
mm.
that itself is a root, that's the seed of your success.
So, Putu, can you take us back a little bit in time? You mentioned the forces, then there were a couple of business ventures, and then when you kind of restructured, you said the fourth version, the fourth pivot, you worked in the call center industry for a little while. What happened between then? So I'm guessing you're talking like how long ago was your stint in the call center industry? Was that in the 2000s
So,
or?
it was early 2000.
Mm,
I came out of Air Force in 1990.
correct,
Then, as I mentioned earlier, we ventured into some partnership business.
correct,
Uh, I did have 3 to 4 different ventures,
correct.
and I got cheated in different way.
Mm,
Different venture, different way got cheated. My bank balance became zero.
mm,
By then, I already had 2 kids and my wife to take care of. And I was leading an independent life, which I'm doing on today.
mm,
So after losing everything, a man kind of, got no support, you become blank.
mm,
There's the end of the road. You don't know what to
right,
do.
right.
Then somebody again called me. They said, come down to Bangalore. You're so much qualified and you are an honest
Mm,
man. Come, let us do something. They brought me to Bangalore and left me, kind of in a footpath without
mm,
any support. That's when I just someone told me, why didn't you work in call center? I didn't know
mm,
anything about call center. Just walked in. They took the interview. They said, okay, we can hire you, provided you got no
mm,
reservation about your manager being half your age. I said, absolutely no issue. 15 months I continued, and the previous ventures, all were new to me.
mm,
I did some share broking, then I did the pharma,
mm,
then we started the industry in partnership. Then after coming, what happened when I came out of this call center, a gentleman was importing paint from US.
mm,
That time I was ready to do anything, of
mm,
course legal. I never went
mm,
into illegal. In fact, somebody approached me with the counterfeit note saying that we'll give you double the amount you give. I told boss, you don't come in front of me next time
mm,
because that will not be good for you. That's the word I said. So this gentleman hired me. He said, "We got one of the fantastic paint which is used even in the White House.
mm,
Can you market it for us?" So that's how the journey started. I started meeting builders, talking
mm,
about the paint. Originally, I belong to Mysore, in fact,
mm,
but all these things are happening in Bangalore. Call center, this marketing, everything was happening in Bangalore. I started meeting all these builders. I was fairly successful in placing this material. Even the
mm,
guy, who hired me, he was
mm,
happy. When
mm,
he took a liking towards me, he said, "You're staying away from your family. Why don't
mm.
you extend this business to your place, Mysore?"
Wow.
So he gave me that support, and I went back and
Mm,
started living with my family. Then I was marketing this. It's a wonderful product, of course.
mm,
Many people liked it, and I was fairly successful. Then I met people there
mm,
also. Then in the mainly what happened, some people told the product is too good,
Mm,
but the workmanship here is not good. Why don't you take up contracting?
mm,
There's one more vertical. I didn't know again ABCD of it, so jumped into it. Started doing painting contract, and quite I did quite a few iconic buildings in Mysore.
mm,
I had a godfather, of course. Unfortunately, no more. His name is Mr. Vasant Kumar.
mm,
He was like a mobile encyclopedia of Bangalore. One day he just came to me and told, by then I was already in a few clubs in prestigious clubs in Mysore, and we were playing
mm.
shuttle badminton. He said, painting and waterproofing goes hand in hand. Why did you get into waterproofing?
Wow.
Then, as I told, my mind is inquisitive. So let me say, I said, I don't mind trying it out. So he put me onto that platform. After about 6 months, I started liking waterproofing because painting anybody can do it. The painting
Mm,
contractor, but when it
mm.
comes to waterproofing, you are a solution provider.
Right.
Many people have issues. They would have
Mm,
spent in crores, but even a small trickle of water, it'll steal their
mm.
happiness.
True.
So I took a liking to this, and from then, no looking back.
Mm,
In fact, waterproofing is the one which is giving me bread and butter. In fact, I've done few iconic buildings, including Sir M. Vishweshwaraya, who is a Bharat Ratna,
mm, mm,
who built the famous Brindavan Gardens, who
mm,
started State Bank of Mysore, who started Bhadravati Iron and Ore Mills. This is a quite famous personality. I had done the
mm,
waterproofing of his residence. There, again, I got a very good testimonial from his family. Even now, I do some of the work for them.
mm,
Then, well, I stuck to waterproofing, and that is taking care of me.
mm,
And in the course of the journey, when I was doing waterproofing, in some of the buildings, people living in
mm,
palatial bungalow, when you go there, they'll have complain about waterproofing. We
mm,
call them to accompany us to the terrace to have a look at it. They tell, sorry, you can't climb, you got a knee pain. In many such cases, I saw only wife and husband, aged
mm,
elderly people living. They got everything, kind of,
mm,
there's no dearth of money, there is accommodation, there is vehicle, there is driver. But one thing what I could see, they're missing that happiness.
mm.
Many cases, what we do, including me, what we do, we want to give everything to our children on a
Mm,
platter.
mm,
When they start going to the primary school, we tell them you should be first in the class, score 100%,
mm,
should never lag behind. Life is tough. If you're not
mm,
competent enough, then you'll be left behind. If you study
mm,
well, others will work for you. If you don't study well, you will have to work for others.
mm,
All these things, we are kind of tuning our kids from the childhood itself. So what will happen when
mm,
they grow up, they catch such a speed they don't look back towards their parents.
mm,
They keep hunting for a good job. Either it could be in India or it could be abroad. After going there, they're only worried about their promotions, their increments, and in due course of time, they also get married. When they get
mm,
married, they get kids. The
mm,
priority shifts.
mm.
The parents, the priority shifts to their family, their wives, their relatives, their children.
Right.
So what will happen? I've seen this in many cases.
Mm,
Having everything, they got nothing. So there, I thought, let me do
right.
something for them, for these elderly people. I
Mm,
started my academy called P Solutions Academy.
mm.
And the tagline of this academy is every problem has a solution.
Wow.
Then I started Happy Second Innings platform, wherein I wanted to help these elderly people.
Mm,
Uh, During this course, I also authored a book, kind of which is available on Amazon.
mm,
Age gracefully, live happily. That even
mm,
youngsters can read what
mm.
precautions they should take about their retirement. So whatever their parents are going through, if you
Correct.
don't want to go through the same thing, you'll have to start
Mm,
taking some precautions.
mm,
I can narrate a story. This is a true story. When Mr. Banerjee was living alone, a newspaper guy used to daily, kind of put the newspaper in the letterbox and go every morning.
mm, mm,
One fine day, this guy, that box is missing from there. He rang the bell. Mr. Banerjee, elderly man, aged person, he came out. This boy inquired, sir, where is the letterbox? He said, no, I
Mm.
removed it deliberately. Now onwards, you're going to ring the bell, going to deliver the newspaper to me. For this additional work, what you are doing, I'll pay you extra money every month.
Wow.
This boy was totally, dumbstruck. He said, why, sir, what
Mm.
happened? Then Mr. Banerjee removed a visiting card, gave it to this boy. Every day you ring the bell. If I take the newspaper, fine. The day I don't collect the paper from you, please call this number.
Wow.
This is the card of my son. So the day I don't collect the paper, you can think I'm no more.
Wow.
So you can understand the pain this gentleman must be going through. I'm getting
Mm.
goosebumps talking. So like this, I got hundreds of narratives.
Mm.
There, in fact, I'm trying my best to help people one to one.
Mm.
And in the long run, I could not do justification because when I was trying to pitch it, conduct a webinar and call these elderly people to join me in
Mm.
this particular mission, I could not get enough.
Mm.
Now, what I am doing right now, I learned a lot of modalities in this journey.
Mm.
You must be
Let me
aware of
pause you there.
NLP. You must be aware
Let
of.
me just pause you there, Puttu,
Yes,
because
please.
you've reached a very important part in your story, especially because you're talking to a very specific segment of the population, right? When did you have that realization? Because as you said, you were doing both. Um, you said painting and then waterproofing, right? And that's sort of been like a mainstay for you for quite a while.
Yes.
If I was to timeline it, help us
Yes.
understand like when did you have that calling where you started to learn these modalities? Because a lot of people do not do that, whether they are people in their 30s and 40s, or whether they are people in their maybe even 50s, 60s, and beyond, of course. But like typically, people don't choose this unless there's something that happens in their life. So, what was your journey like? How did you? Because as you said, from what you're saying, it's like you had found your second wind, and you were now basically, you had a stable career, a profession, and you were doing that, and it was, money was coming in. You were back in Mysore, in your home, from what I understood. But what made you start to look for these modalities? I'm sure there was a story behind that. So walk us through that.
Yes. What happened, this kind of thinking came to me from Air Force.
Ah,
We always want to give something
correct.
to the society. This was always lingering,
Mm,
behind the back of my mind. I was
mm,
thinking where, how. There was no calling. I was not getting direction.
mm,
So as I mentioned earlier, I'm always inquisitive. I keep looking for newer things. What is
right,
happening?
right.
So on social media, finding a lot of these online coaches coming and talking.
I'm guessing this would
Once
have
I
been
thought of
post
helping this
COVID,
elder.
right?
Yes, it's post COVID. Otherwise, I would have been a
Mm,
successful coach by now. You would have seen me all over YouTube and all, kind of.
mm,
This post COVID, maybe this thing, it started off in 23, if I'm not wrong.
okay.
Then
Okay.
I just joined one gentleman from where I was trying to learn
Mm,
how to go online. What is this online coaching, etc.,
mm,
etc. Then
mm,
first, I got admitted to, I think, NLP. It was neuro linguistic program,
mm,
which I'm always like, kind of a learner. I
mm,
keep learning something. I will never without any kind of, always I'll be taking some course.
mm.
Even today, I know two, three people are mentoring me even today.
Nice.
So I started off with NLP, and during course of
Mm,
NLP, I heard someone saying Ho'oponopono. That word was
mm.
sounding funny. I told, what is this Ho'oponopono? Then I got deeper into that. I got deeper into that. I learned that during the
Nice.
course of that journey. Then the same coach, he told there is something called law of attraction,
Mm,
manifestation. Then I got into that.
wow.
There again, I met one more person. They said there is something called EFT, emotion freedom technique.
Freedom.
This is
Yeah,
also called as tapping. I got into
correct.
it. Now,
Mm,
now, in fact, like the way I told, I did all that and stuck to waterproofing. Same way,
mm,
learning all these modalities, somehow I liked EFT.
Right.
So now
Interesting.
what I'm
Okay.
planning is in order to fulfill my desire of helping elderly people, I am
Mm.
trying to tap into the younger people. I just started one more platform called Wealth Gurukul.
Okay.
In Wealth Gurukul, I'm going to help the mid-level entrepreneurs.
Mm.
I want to just teach them how to shift their mind from scarcity to abundance.
Mm. Wow.
See, any business for they are having shortage of money. They are running from
Mm.
post to pillar to make both the ends meet.
Mm.
They are doing firefighting.
Mm.
So we can't call them an entrepreneur. They are nothing but self-employed.
Mm.
Okay, in order to just
Mm.
run that industry or the organization, they are working day in and day out with food, without food, with sleep or without sleep, because they have to pay their
Mm.
employees. They have to honor their commitments. They don't take care of themselves. Whatever is left out, they'll take
Mm.
it. If they are successful, they come in the 10% bracket
Right.
on top. Other 90%, including me, we
Mm.
struggle
Mm.
to organize
Mm.
funds. But again, what we do, we go and consult one financial guy. He'll give some modalities, say out of 100
Mm.
rupees, 20 you must put it for
Mm.
saving, 25 you must keep it for this, 10 for
Right.
education, 5 for
Right.
traveling and all. So
Mm.
here what happens, what I do is I'm changing their mind how
Mm.
to make money.
Mm.
Always see
Nice.
the universe is such, whatever you keep repeating, universe
Mm.
gives you that. Because more than your
Mm.
conscious mind, your subconscious mind is the one which is giving you desired results. So
Mm.
there I would like to help the people
Right.
with all these modern techniques. Many people are not aware of it. Our
Mm.
150 crore population, even amongst the business fraternity, I don't think even 5% are aware of this.
Right.
So here I would like to bring them on a common platform, create a community of all these people having common cause. So they're using these modalities like Sudarshan Kriya,
Mm.
Uponopono, and EFT.
Mm.
So I would like to bring them on a platform where their mindset, from negativity to positivity.
Mm.
So they should think the moment they get up in the morning, I am a fighter. I am going to achieve this. I am going to get the results. And
Right.
once one more thing, kind of once you are successful, you are able to produce more successful people.
Mm.
If you are not successful, you are stuck. You are stuck, in the whirlpool. You are not able to come out of it. That's
Right.
where I want to become a ladder, or I want to become that rope, to
Mm.
lift them up from there, give them a new direction, so that the life becomes much more happier. Once
Right.
one person is happy, his family is
Mm.
happy, his
Mm.
employees are happy. And I
Mm.
want to spread that, these people.
Right.
And moreover, what I am teaching is not that very expensive, is
Mm.
affordable.
Mm.
And if I can bring a smile on anybody's face, I feel my
Mm.
mission is fulfilled. That's what I am focusing at. How long I live, I do not know. But I
Sure.
want to live life happily. What I preach
Mm.
others, I'm practicing.
Nice. Nice. Awesome. That's a very, very powerful story that you shared, and the literally like the progression from, as you mentioned, from the 90s. I have a question for you, Putu, which is, what drove you to join the forces? Like, what was your motivation, and how far back?
To be honest with you,
So two parts to the question before you answer it. What,
see,
like,
I don't want to.
what's your earliest memory where you were like, okay, I want to join the forces?
Honestly, I don't want to sugarcoat it.
Please.
During my intermediate days,
Mm-hmm.
I was a very good student,
Mm-hmm.
but fell into some bad company. I ran
Mm-hmm.
away from my home.
Mm-hmm.
There, I met somebody in Bangalore. That guy said, "Do you like to join the forces? They give free food, free accommodation,
Wow.
and they give salary as well. They give salary as well." I went
Wow.
again, went and stood in the queue, got selected, got in. So,
Amazing.
like, during the training, our trainers will tell, why did you join forces? Many people will tell, sir, I'm patriot. I want to serve the nation. This is all bullshit. People come to earn their bread. The end
Mm.
result, we are not bothered at that moment. But once you join that forces, once you start wearing uniform, then you
Mm.
start developing that patriotism.
Right.
because you are attuned to that particular atmosphere.
Mm,
You keep reading the stories of all the people, those who sacrificed their life, and you are not scared of dying that moment. You are there in
mm,
the middle. You are there along with the group, along with the troop. There, you are not worried about death. That's a call. That's a call. You take it
mm,
with grace, you know. And
mm,
I have seen that because when during Operation Boost Blue Star during my time, fortunately,
mm,
unfortunately, I was in the Air Force from 1975 to 1990. No war
mm.
took place
Right.
except for the Operation Blue Star. So those days when I was in Delhi, you know, the this you must have heard of transistor bomb. People
Mm,
there were in left, right, center. The bombardment was happening. You were sitting
mm,
in a bus or sitting in a theater. We used to normally look underneath the chair. That was the kind of
mm,
scare where
mm,
we were scared that much. But fortunately, things have changed now, and I mean, I'm living my life, enjoying my life, and
mm,
God has given me enough strength, stamina,
mm.
thinking. I'm
Beautiful.
perfectly all right, and
Mm,
I am hopeful that kind of I'm going to deliver what I've decided to.
beautiful. Beautiful. So I have a different question for you now, Putu. Now that you're here and you've lived this life, a full life, you've done many things. From what it sounds like, you've traveled a lot, and you mentioned you love golf as well. So, and I know we had one conversation before this to set up the pod. So the little that I picked up was that you're right now in the process of getting into more of the coaching, like in a more formalized way, if we can use that expression, right? So if
Yeah.
someone, for some people who are watching this, and maybe somebody who's elderly, maybe somebody who is, I won't even use those expressions, like somebody who's like, yeah, I feel Putu can guide me, right? Maybe they're in their 50s, maybe they're in their 60s, maybe even in their 70s, and they're like, I like what Putu has because I don't have it, right? So if we were to sort of be like that expression or be the fly on the wall, right? What would we see in a program or a session that you do? Like, how would that play out?
See, in fact, I got two different modules.
Mm-hmm.
This EFT is such a wonderful modality. Any challenges can be addressed.
Mm-hmm.
This again is emotion. Emotion freedom. Your
Mm-hmm.
negative emotion is transformed into positive emotion,
Okay.
and we have some wonderful examples where people are struggling for ages
Mm-hmm.
after undergoing this treatment, the healing rather, I don't call treatment, this healing, they have
Mm-hmm.
become normal.
Right.
This is a miraculous treatment. I don't say this is 100% sure shot. Again, when you go to a doctor with an ailment, he's not giving any magical potion. So the same way here, if somebody is taking medication, we advise them to continue. Parallelly, they can attend this also. So what I am doing is one platform I do one to one. People
Mm-hmm.
coming with challenges where they could not find
Right.
solution.
Mm-hmm.
We try to help them out there. Other
Mm-hmm.
one is one to many, wherein I told you my Wealth Gurukul. In Wealth
Mm-hmm.
Gurukul, again, I have three levels. First will be the Money Gurukul, wherein we change their scarcity mindset into abundance.
Mm-hmm.
Second one will be Wealth Gurukul, wherein the money what they have made, how they can multiply, how they can grow.
Right.
The third one would be, after you made enough of it, how to find abundance in your life. It may not be only money.
Right.
See, in your lifetime, any challenges you find, they fall under four categories.
Mm-hmm.
It could be health, it could be wealth, relationship, or money or career.
Mm-hmm.
Only this. So, when you say once it comes to this abundance platform, we'll try to guide you through all these four different platform so that
Mm-hmm.
you can live your life with more comfort. And one more,
Right.
the biggest takeaway if they come to me is if they don't have any purpose in life, we'll try
Mm-hmm.
to find out something for them so that when they wake up in the morning, there is something to look for.
Mm-hmm.
If you got no purpose, what will you do?
Correct.
What will be the difference between the animals and the human being? So
Mm-hmm.
it should be when you get up in the morning, you should know exactly what you are supposed to do, where you are
Right.
supposed to go, which way
Mm-hmm.
you are going to impact the society. That's what should be the ultimate
Mm-hmm.
intention of any person.
Mm-hmm. Right. Beautiful. Question for you, Putu. When you mentioned about working with people in their 60s and 70s, are you looking to do only one-to-one work, or do you have like a group program for them as well?
No, in fact, as I mentioned earlier,
Mm-hmm.
I already authored a book. I want them to go through that.
Mm-hmm.
And we do conduct one to many program, it's called Happy Second Innings.
Nice.
So we also
Mm-hmm.
call it as the golden age, golden period of all these people.
Mm-hmm.
We want to really make it, golden.
Mm-hmm.
Some fine tuning is required.
Sure.
See, whatever your experience you got throughout your life, from your childhood till
Mm-hmm.
say 70 or 75. So we need to fine tune it.
Mm-hmm.
As I told now, say for example, if you are having both the legs and both the eyes, you are kind of you are blessed. Yeah, many
Mm-hmm.
people are not able to walk in old age. Right?
Correct.
So many people are not able to see. Many people do not have shelter.
Mm-hmm.
Many people are not getting 2 square meals. So you should have that gratitude.
True.
Instead of complaining, my son left me. Fair enough, you got a son. Many people don't have son also. My
Mm-hmm.
daughter-in-law cheated me. Fair enough. You got daughter-in-law, that's why she cheated you. But why do you feel you're cheated? You are able to
Mm-hmm.
talk, you are able to walk, you are able to meet friends. You do something, whatever you are good at. If you are a mathematics professor, go and teach in some school free of cost. You got
Mm-hmm.
nothing to do. Become a kind of caretaker in a temple.
Wow.
Go to some old age home. Help them.
Mm-hmm.
Or if at
Mm-hmm.
all during your course of your life when you're busy, you wanted to learn violin, learn now. You want to play
Mm-hmm.
guitar, learn it now.
Wow.
So once you get a purpose, life becomes more meaningful.
Mm-hmm.
That
True.
too, if you are giving to the society back, that become much more valuable.
Right.
So you'll
Right.
not have that regret. That's what
Mm-hmm.
my mission is. Live life happily and live life happily. When you're leaving this life, you should have that satisfaction. Yes, I've done something.
Mm-hmm.
Till your 60s, you are working for your family. After you're retired, work for the society. Teach some children, poor children, give them tuition,
Mm-hmm.
collect some cloths, give it to the people, those who are destitutes. Open a
Mm-hmm.
small place. There are a lot many social organizations like Rotary, Lions, JC.
Mm-hmm.
Join hands with them. Do something for the society.
Right.
See, the best blessing you can get is when you donate something to somebody, when they bless you back, that is the best blessing you can get. Nothing else. Even going
Mm-hmm.
to temple, you may not get that blessing. When you see
Mm-hmm.
the satisfaction in the eyes of the person who has taken some help from you, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
That is the pinnacle of satisfaction, I can say.
Wow. Beautiful. I love those words, Putu. And this is what we were talking about when we began, that there's always an intention behind this podcast, not only to serve as a way to inspire healers, coaches, and people, of course, who are on the journey of healing, people who are on the journey of self growth, but also that, when people are watching this, they now have a deeper connection with you and they are moved by your message. So thank you for sharing from your heart and sharing so freely. uh, as we slowly start to wrap up, I always make it a point to, like today we have recorded more than 60 podcasts, and I missed this
Mhm.
for the first, I think, maybe 20, 25 of them. It didn't fully land, but now I make it a point to ask every guest this very important question, which is, walk us through the journey of your mentors, meaning that you would have met and had many mentors along the way. You even mentioned that, even now you're learning, so you have different mentors who have come into your life and have made an impact on you. A reason why I asked you this is because sometimes just hearing a name, it's like you're putting it out into the universe. And for people who are looking, you never know that maybe a few years from now they may meet you somewhere and they say, Putu, I don't know, we've never met. I don't you don't know me, but I heard what you said about so and so, this mentor who came into your life and made a difference in your life as well. And I went on to study more about this mentor, and that mentor has made a difference in my life as well. So this is literally like when you talk about gratitude, this is an opportunity to ring that bell and send out those waves of love into the world. So I'd love for you to share your journey of mentors.
Certainly not an issue at all. See, we just started. I was thinking what I'm going to talk is almost 40 minutes, and still I'm thinking we're incomplete. Anyway, I bow my head in reverence to all my coaches and mentors.
Mm, mm,
I started off this journey with a gentleman called Mr. Rajendra Soni from Delhi, who taught me
mm,
some of the nuances of this coaching book writing.
mm.
From there, I took off, and then always I try to go for the best mentors.
Correct.
So I went and I caught up with Dr. Yogender Singh Rathore,
Mm,
from whom I learned my NLP.
mm,
I learned my NLP from him,
mm,
and Mr. Mitesh Khatri. I
mm.
learned my Ho'oponopono and Law of Attraction.
Right.
And my EFT coaching is still going. I'm already a master practitioner. Still, I
Mm,
love to listen to my mentor. We're
mm,
having 3 sessions every week. I do attend his classes even today.
mm,
He's none other than Mr. Akash Garg. He's
mm.
a chartered accountant by profession, but he has taken a liking to NLP, and he's spearheading, spread, sorry, not NLP, the EFT. He is
Mm.
spearheading that mission now to educate
Nice.
more and more people of the effects and the benefits of EFT.
Mm,
And now about coaching online and about money coaching, my mentor is Mr. Gopal Krishnan of Unicorn Academy,
mm. Right.
Coimbatore. He is not only teaching me the coaching, he's also is
Mm,
taking me in the spiritual route as well.
mm,
Because of him, I could get connected with Sri Sri Ravi Shankar ji,
mm,
where I learned my Sudarshan Kriya. And
mm.
today, my first 2 hours of the day in the morning, between 6 and 8, I work on
Nice.
myself.
Beautiful.
Because life is like a mobile phone.
Mm.
You charge it, it'll work. The more you
Yeah.
charge, work more.
Mm.
So same way, I do all this practice in the morning.
Nice.
Starts off with Sudarshan Kriya,
Mm,
then Ho'oponopono, then EFT, then
mm,
affirmation.
mm,
Then there are the couple of other techniques, we do.
mm.
I spent that is the me time. That's the best time of my day.
Yeah.
The 2 hours between 6 and 8. When I come out, I'm totally charged.
Nice.
Nothing can affect you.
Mm,
Nothing can affect you.
mm,
One more takeaway what I learned after joining this coaching fraternity.
mm,
Normal human beings,
mm,
when you are having a challenge, you're focusing only on the challenge.
mm,
So what is happening? You are burning your energy without purpose because the challenge is already there. You
mm,
cannot change it. But
mm,
what I do now, I forget the challenge. It is there. I look for focus on the solution.
mm.
As I told you earlier, every problem has a solution.
Correct.
So forget the problem part. It is already existing. Problem has come to
Mm,
you. You are suffering.
mm,
Look at the focus more on the solution.
mm,
You will certainly find a solution. It's a
mm.
matter of time. So you need not to get bogged down. Till your last breath, you get challenges and also
Mm.
you fight, come out of it. Then you need not to worry.
Right.
Because worry is the biggest concern, that eats away your energy.
Mm,
You should not worry. You think, yes, I got this challenge, I'm going to face it. How can I face it? Jot it down, take a pen and paper, what are the options
mm,
available? Choose the
mm,
best one. And you are not alone.
mm,
You got your friends, you got relatives. There are a lot of people to help you. You got your community, coaching community. Just
mm,
flash a message, you get 10 suggestions. Just tell someone that I'm having this challenge. Can someone suggest me? I have flood of solutions. So
mm,
life is there to live, not to worry.
mm,
Live life happily. Whatever best you can give back to society, give it, and develop that attitude of gratitude.
mm,
Whatever trivial, it may be very trivial gain, very small gain.
mm.
Say thank you, God,
Right.
and never forget the person or the people those who helped you.
Mm.
Always be thankful to them.
Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. So, Puttu, one final question, of course, and this is again something that I recently came across, and it's a very powerful question. Um, is there any question that you would have wanted me to ask you that I haven't yet on this pod?
Yes, one thing which is again, you should ask me how successful I am in the journey.
Please
Because
go ahead.
everybody want to, kind of scale.
Mm,
Everyone starts up with a purpose. One is the delivery of value. And secondly,
mm,
what in turn you get. What in turn you get, what you do is again left to you. Okay.
mm,
So if at all you already decide to serve the society, You're delivering value, you're getting something in return, and what you get in
mm,
return, that again you are going to flow it back,
mm,
spread it back.
mm,
As I said, whatever you give, you get back sevenfold.
mm,
Why not to give it? One of
mm,
my mentor was telling other day, when you are getting it, it's not that you are getting, you are already deposited that you are withdrawing now.
mm,
God is giving you whenever you're asking, like, you go to the
mm,
bank, you give a check and withdraw your money because you already deposited that money. Without that way, they'll not give you.
mm,
Same way,
mm,
God also will give you whatever you have done.
mm,
But you do good. I promise you, you get something in return. May not be immediately. It comes to you at the right time in some different form.
mm.
Never think whatever good deed you have done has gone waste. It will never
Right,
go waste.
right.
That is my promise.
Mm. So, what is the answer to your question?
My answer is yeah. I am still, kind of. I'm taking baby steps now.
Mm,
Maybe in other profession, I'm a veteran, but in the
mm,
coaching industry, I'm taking baby steps. I'm learning,
mm.
and I keep learning because unless until you don't kind of increase your bandwidth,
Yeah,
you'll not be able to deliver.
yeah,
The more you learn, the more value you'll be able to deliver.
yeah.
And I call this life is a perpetual learning school. You
Mm,
should never stop learning. Should never stop learning. The new things are evolving because universe got so many mysteries still hidden.
mm.
Nothing is come out, automatically. It's all people
Correct.
are trying to pick up from the universe. It is there many more things to come. So keep learning, keep evolving, keep growing, keep delivering.
Mm. Nice, beautiful. Thank you for answering that. And I can definitely say a couple of things. Of course, we've got some of your links, so they will be shared. And for those of you who have stuck around and you're at this point listening to Putu share his life's story, his passion, his purpose, his mission, and so much more. Um, the links are so that you can follow him on social media, and go along with him on the journey. If you feel that Putu is the person who will help you, whether it is as you said, someone in your 30s and 40s, or if you're someone older and you're looking to have that support. I know Putu is here giving his all to make that happen. So, wishing you, of course, Putu, the very best on your journey. And as they say, picture to abhi baki hai. So, there's a lot more valleys and hills to be traversed. So, I can definitely say, wishing you the very best on your journey. And of course, for those of you who are watching this, especially if you're watching it right now, you really truly are special because you're here and you're listening to Hutu and his story. So, wishing you the very best in what you are looking for in your life, and that may this story have inspired you to keep going, to keep learning, and keep growing. And as always, as I like to remind you as much as myself, and remember to live your purpose. God bless. And of course, we will be back with more pods. We do these through the week, through the month, through the year. We've crossed the number 60 and we intend to keep going. And of course, it is your love, your support, your intention that fuels this podcast. So thank you so much. And once again, Putu, thank you for your time. I know you're, as you mentioned before we started, you're on your way to pick up your son, literally waiting in the car, and you've taken this pod with me. So thank you for your time, your focus, your attention, and your love.
Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. I never thought I can talk so much. And this will really motivate me when I'm delivering
Excellent.
my lectures to my students.
Excellent.
And one final thing I'd like to tell all the listeners: live life king size,
Mm,
but at your cost.
mm, wow, that's deep. That's deep, right? So thank you once again, Putu. Wish you all the best. And to those of you out there, as always, remember to live your purpose. God bless. And of course, we'll be back with more. Putu, if you can just
Thank
hang
you.
on for
Thank
a
you very
second.
much.
If you can just hang on for a second, I'll just close the feeds. Give me a second, Putu.